What is going on, everybody? We're back on One Piece episode 523. I've been told a lot's going on outside of kind of where I'm currently watching. The anime is taking like a 5, 6, 7 month break. And that coincidentally, they're going to be reanimating the specific arc that I am currently starting right now. I don't know what the chances are of that. I don't know the why. Because there's a whole thing of that got announced earlier this year that they're redoing the entire anime, correct? They're reanimating it, cutting off, slicing, trimming the fat of all the filler and the slow pacedness and the just the ass of it all. So I already knew that was, isn't Netflix running that? I don't know. Regardless, I think the whole community knew that like One Piece is getting an anime remake. They're getting rid of all the dragging out slow pacedness of it all, new animation, all this type of stuff. And then I get told that the anime is going on a like 6 month break. He's taking a break as well. And that they're going to be dropping new animated episodes. Right? Why are they? So is what they're about to do right now? Is this have anything to do with the announcement earlier of they're redoing the entire anime from start to wherever the finish is going to be? Or is this a completely separate project? I have no idea because if it is the same project, this is what they've been talking about. They're going to be redoing the anime. Why are they starting 500 episodes deep? Why are they not starting at the beginning? And if it is something that's completely separate, this has nothing to do with the entire anime remake that got announced earlier this year. Why are they doing it? I guess is my kind of like question. Like, if this is not part of the whole remake team, why are they picking this arc specifically to do? And then if it is part of the remake team, why are they starting here and not at the very beginning? I don't know. You guys feel free to answer all those questions, but people have been bringing that to my attention because people have been saying, maybe we should just wait for it to get animated, which I don't mind, but it looks like it would be kind of a long wait. I think the earliest people were telling me is like at the end of this month, maybe the start of November. So what we essentially would have to do is stop here, which is October 15th, wait 2 to maybe 2.5 weeks for them to start again. Probably have to go backwards a handful of episodes, maybe like 5 or 6 episodes. So we got to wait. Let's give it a max of 3 weeks. Go backwards like 3 weeks worth of episodes. And then are they only going to be giving me one episode at a time? I mean, that just really screws the entire like Patreon upload schedule, to be honest. Because we're going to go on a 3-week. Because the majority that are on Patreon, I'm assuming you're here for One Piece. There might be some early JoJo's and Yu Yu fans out there. But I think the majority of my Patreon is One Piece fans. So you would have to wait 3 weeks for One Piece content. We'd go back and reacting to content that we've already seen. So it's not new watch throughs. And then we're only going to be getting like one episode a week. And that's if they're giving us one episode a week. What if they do an episode, take a couple weeks off, do an episode? It just doesn't seem, I guess, productive to wait for. Like, do I have that correct? Let's say even if they start this week. Like they start tomorrow, the 16th. The episodes start coming out from like exactly where I started from. With the time skip. They're not. I can't binge watch these things. I'm assuming, right? Are they releasing the whole arc in one go? Because if they're releasing the entire batch, that's a different story. I don't know. I've been hearing conflicting things, but it also sounds like you guys don't actually have all the direct details as well. It's just been like an announcement that's been made. So I'm gonna keep going on how we usually have been doing with our 3 uploads a week. If you guys get any information on that, if they are going to release it all at one time, like a Netflix special, giving me all 60 or 40 episodes of it, then yeah, I'd go back. Oh, actually, I wouldn't even go back. I would just start from where we're at. If they're going to be going back to like starting at episode like 505 or 510 or whatever, and then they're only going to be giving me one episode, it's just not. Maybe I'll watch them off to the side on my own to see the animation changes and things like that. But we crank out what 3, 6, 9, 12 episodes a month for Patreon. That would trim down to like what 4 a month. It's just not, so we'll see. When you guys get information on that, let me know and we will go from there. Jumping into this, the entire crew fully reunited at the end of last episode. They're headed off to see Jinbei at Fishman Island. I've been told that this is one of the worst paced arcs in the entire show. Like, there's just 20 plus episodes of just straight, like, wowness. Like, whoa, this is dragging. Worse than some of the other ones. Like, worse than Thriller Bark and some of the... Man, so that's why a lot of people have been telling me, hey, just wait and do what they're going to reanimate. I don't know, how bad can it be? But maybe it can be that bad. Because the new shiny toy of the crew getting back together and interacting with each other, that new shininess of it, that's going to fade. I give it 5 episodes before I'm like, okay, crew's back together. This isn't anything new. I've seen all the character designs and the abilities, so we'll see. We will see. Everyone after the One Piece is headed to the New World. Gold Roger is the only one to... Did he say Gold Roger is the only person to fully explore all of the New World? Is that what was stated? I was going to say, oh, Whitebeard, but Whitebeard never had interest for it. Okay, we're not about to do this, right? Alright, we'll watch it, I guess. The Perona was dope. Seeing everybody show up. I don't know how Usopp got those bugs to show up there in his pocket. I was about to skip through this, but it's fine. It's fine, it's fine. I'm interested to see... What am I looking forward to the most? But let me not look at the title. I usually skip through all this, but they gave me that thing at the beginning with the New World and everything. Oh, so we're like continuing with these pirates, huh? Oh, I forgot he's got some crocodile sludge sand shit going on. Are you a devil fruit eater? What the fluff does it look like? Hey, Frankie / Usopp, respect for standing up and attempting to do something. Some people just would have let it happen. I respect him for trying. Did he absorb that? Or do you, like, discard it out the back? What in the hell? Look, that guy's definitely suffocated to death in there. Oh, he dead. What is this guy? Quicksand? He eat a quicksand fruit? Chopper's voice. And he knew, ooh, that guy's serious. He's thick. Oh. Ooh. Luffy's overweight twin brother. Uh-oh. Caribou and them got away successfully? They're literally sitting right there. Yeah, I mean, you rolled out the same shit. You didn't think they'd be stronger? They're gonna get the reports. Tell him, Luffy. Rayleigh, what are you hoping for, man? Is he just a nice old man? Oh. Is that Kizaru? Oh. I thought I saw yellow striped pants on her at the bottom when they were just giving me the foot shot. Mm-mm-mm. Is this the first time he ever saw Shanks? Is this before both of them were worth a damn? Yeah. Oh, shit. Oh, that's Roger. He had a straw hat? Or is that Roger's straw hat all along? That Shanks got that he then gave. Maybe that's easier to explain. It's like, oh, he wore a hat too. No, maybe that is the hat. Are y'all gonna show us their faces or just give us the shadow? I'm trying to actually see the character designs of the young one in their prime. Well, this is that's not even their prime. That's just young. Now that I'm thinking about it, you know what, like the lengths that Whitebeard and everybody went through to get Ace, right? And the level of people that showed up. Well, maybe he gave we might have already seen it. Did Roger give a command not to come after him? Because I feel like some people in his crew, like Shanks, Rayleigh, some of the others, could have pulled a Marine forward for Roger. Now, of course, the Marines are probably there with all their strongest guys. You're talking about a younger prime Garp and Sengoku and others. But he was just there. To our knowledge, there wasn't anybody that tried, but maybe he gave a command to don't do it. I don't know. Not sure. It's pretty trippy. I still don't even understand the process. How are they breathing, by the way? I mean, I guess there's encapsulated. I don't know. I mean, I'm talking about how things are possible, and this kid is literally a rubber band. What are we talking about? He said, I've seen it already. Do they go all the way down? Yo, don't pop our balloon. Look at Usopp again. Riling up the scared ones. Let's not pop this bubble. I was about to say, Jesus. Give us some do's and don'ts? Just don't touch it. How about we just don't touch it? Yeah, Sanji, nosebleed, we get it. It did pop. What the hell? How does that even work? What? So things can pass out. Can they pass back in? Doesn't his arm just stop working out there? Yeah, I was about to say, isn't he just gonna... That's still so crazy that, like, he's over here, maybe has mastered every aspect of hockey. Man's just him. He's really him, right? This man put his arm in some water and was instantly useless. They're really like he's worse than he was before. Tell him. Okay. That's some pretty great bubbles y'all got going there. Too many holes at once. Which is possible. That's very possible. Yeah. So we need to actively be steering this shit. Who's steering this shit? Okay. Okay. Don't survive. These two again. Guys, what the fuck are we talking about? I was about to say, what are we doing here? Oh, man. Oh, man. Let's see what's in the bag. Okay, Frankie, what's wrong? Hit us with it. What's suspicious? They're playing that suspicious music. What's he saying? We're gonna start to get insight in everybody's last 2 years. What do you have to tell us? You got some news, buddy? Or no? Oh! And they hit me with this cut screen. Maybe he's not being serious and he's just making a joke and he's gonna throw a party. He's like, oh, we have a while, we don't have to do anything? Good to see you guys. And everybody just hangs out. He's not actually serious. I'd like him to be serious. I don't think he is. Now we're dragging it. Now we're dragging it. It's party time. I'm curious, like, what he actually has to say. Is he actually serious? He's got a whole bushel of bananas in there. Mm-hmm. 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 They were really out here holding it down. Sheesh. And neither one of them is part of the crew. Rayleigh? No, he was with us. Kuma! The real? The real, not a clone, like the real. This man over here. But is that I'm over here talking about Boa never getting her ass turned into the proper authorities. Has no one been reported that his big warlord ass has been sitting over there protecting that ship? They're sending waves of Marines, so clearly somebody's giving the command. Where is what? I have questions about how Boa is allowed to walk free after the things that she keeps doing. How is Kuma able to sit there and somebody with actual like juice didn't show up and be like, Kuma, what are we doing? What? Yeah, they were gonna really finally turn him into straight machine boy. Who's even more human, Frankie or him? Yeah, I wonder why he keeps going so deep, Kuma. Like, where does it... True, he never knew if we were actually all gonna come back. Oh. Defend the pirate ship until the day that one of the Straw Hats come back to the ship. Wow. PX0. And why would Vegapunk agree to that? Like, where does Vegapunk's allegiance lie? Is he just a captured scientist that actually hates the Marines himself and actually wants to see them destroyed, or what? But from Kuma's standpoint, like, how deep do you have to go before, like, you're no longer useful to your cause? Like, when do you pull out and still support your cause? He's like, I work for the Revolutionary Army. I'm willing to do this, and X, Y, and Z. What happens when he gets to a point where he's like a straight weapon for them, and now he starts attacking the Revolutionary Army when the time comes and starts like hurting his own people that he turned himself into to protect in the first time? Like, when do you tap out and be like, okay, now, like, I'm gonna lose my agency and my autonomy? I think it's time I mentally tap out and retreat, take whatever his goal joining the Marines was, to gain information, etc., whatever. I think you've gone as far as you can. Like, when do you pull out? I don't know. Because you don't want to be used for a weapon to start killing your own people, do you? I mean, granted, he already maybe has. How did they get behind us so quickly? He has his little hand feeding himself. Does he even eat? I mean, he's eating, but like, where does it go? I don't know. Him, Kuma, Brook, I don't even understand physically what they are. He thought that was Laboon. He thought that was Whitebeard. Jesus. I hate how they're making Usopp look right now. When they first introduced him back at the time, man was yoked as shit. Now they've like drawn him to just look like he's regular without a shirt. Are we really dealing with this right now? He really wants to take us out. That, you know what's actually also risky? These Devil's Fruit users down this deep in the water. If something was to happen, you're fucked. I guess they're all fucked, by the way. But there's maybe a chance that somehow you could resurface and you didn't have the Devil's Fruit. But my god. You're so strong and then you're not. You're so strong and then you're not. Are they getting pulled by a sea beast? Whose cow is that? Oh, bitch. They are getting pulled. I was about to say, isn't this gonna fuck up everybody's ship? Don't tell me this is actually gonna... Luffy, I need you to almighty push some shit there, buddy. Interesting, interesting. I mean, the flashback to the Rayleigh Roger has to be... So it was just a random chance meeting that they met. Just random as hell. He could have been at any port on any day in any location, and he could have been anywhere in the world, but he's here. Crazy. Yeah, with the whole Kuma story, like it's out there now. We know it as a viewer. Our main cast knows it. But again, it's like, how deep does the deception go? Because you see this in stories all the time, like somebody that's fighting for a cause or revenge or purpose or whatever it is. They'll join the enemy side. You think they're a rightful piece of shit, blah, 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 yada, yada. And then at the very end, they finally turn or flip or attempt to turn. It usually never works out because the people that they went to work for or went to get revenge for ends up finding out, and you know, they never rarely ever do get their revenge. So I'm curious if anybody inside the Marines actually knows. But now that he's like fully committed himself mentally, would that not be the time to like, okay, I've done all I can. I've given my body physically. I'm this robot Iron Man nonsense now. The next thing I can only give is like fully give them control of me. To the point that I won't remember, I won't have any memories, XYZ. Is that the point we don't just like tap out and go back to the cause? Because now because now you're a weapon to hurt. And at least before, he might have done some things and maybe even went against some revolutionary people, but he could still do things that could benefit the cause, like separating the Straw Hat crew. You know, allowing them to leave, doing XYZ. So still being bad to us, the bad side, but could still make decisions. Now he doesn't even have control of any of that. And what's wild to me is like, was nobody reporting that to the Marines? It's the same Boa question of like, first of all, Vegapunk agreed to that. I'm sure he knows the current issues that the Marines just had with the Straw Hats and everything going on there. So why would he agree to that, number one? Number two, maybe he's not. Vegapunk's being held against his own will or something like that, but still, he's a scientist, so he still gets to do his inventions, but doesn't really truly want to be doing what he's doing, but he's doing it anyway for the sake of his life or whatever. Regardless of what Vegapunk's backstory is with that. Are the Marines not going back to HQ and being like, hey, I know we're giving these commands out to like destroy that Straw Hat ship, but there's a warlord down there, guys. And he's really fucking our shit up. Yeah, so I don't know. We got this Roger flashback literally looking like adult Luffy here. So I was like, oh, he's got a hat too. Maybe that's just the hat. That is the Straw Hat. Rogers, because Shanks and Buggy were a part of Roger's crew, no? So maybe the hat went from Roger to Shanks to Luffy. Maybe that's the path on that, but we'll see. Solid enough episode. The crew's still doing the same crew shit, same personality, same everything. So we've already got that back into full swing. The Sanji stuff is a little over the top compared to how it used to be. I don't know if it'll always be like that or it'll calm down a little bit. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see. Appreciate it, everybody. Like, share, subscribe, and as always,